Hi, I'm Lyle, and this is the Abecedary. The Abecedary is a comic that I started in order to learn more words. Growing up, I hated words. I hated them more than vegetables. I'd spit them out whenever someone tried to feed me a new one. But my attitude changed in high school after I took the ACTs to try and get into college. Now, this is embarrassing, but I try to have a growth mindset, so here goes. I got a total score of 1 on the ACT, and that's not common. And on the English section, I got a negative 34. The proctors actually came to my house to give me my score. They said, "We didn't think it was possible to score this low on the test." And we ran it through the Scantron multiple times. And still, negative score. And then they rapped my knuckles with a stick. "Ow!" I yelped. To which they said, "Get your knuckles out of your mouth when you speak to us." "It's okay." "Okay," I said. "But can I retake the test?" And they said, "Oh no. No way. You've wasted enough of this 501c3's paper." "Fine then," I replied. "I'll take the SATs." To which one of them chuckled, while the other, before I could react, slapped an electronic bracelet to my ankle. "You've got the barnacle now, son. This will transmit your location to the college board at all times. You aren't getting near the SATs." Then they snapped their briefcases shut, put their matching Oakleys back on, and made to leave. As they were going out the door, one of them yelled "burn notice" in my face. It was then, standing at my front door, bathrobe blowing in the breeze, and the scarlet RFID chip blinking silently on my leg. It was then, kind watcher, that I resolved to expand my vocabulary beyond a relaxed 250 words. Before I go further, as an aside, I did manage to eventually get the tracker off with a pentalobe screwdriver and some WD-40. And I managed to get into college, too. I greased a few palms with Abraham Lincoln's and WD-40 and got myself into the Harvard of the Tri-County area College. I graduated magna cum dum cum laude and majored in friendship. How did this lead to the Abecedary? Well, at first my efforts to build my vocabulary were stymied. Every time I tried to buy test prep materials, my card was declined. These Princeton review vans started following me around, and one morning I caught them replacing my WAPO subscription with a USA Today. And so finally I made the decision to go to the source. I left my small hometown of Chicago, Illinois, climbed aboard that big jet airliner, bound for the bustling metropolis of Springfield, Massachusetts, the glittering jewel of Hampton County, Metro Center, downtown, the commanding heights of the penthouse suite at 47 Federal Street, Merriam-Webster's world headquarters, where I suffered my worst setback to date. I barely made it to the lobby before I was tackled in broad daylight. My assailant was quick to get a hood over my head, and with the aid of an accomplice, they tied me up, and I was stuffed in the trunk of what felt like a 2014 Ford Fusion. I mean, can you imagine? After a long and increasingly bumpy ride, they stopped and opened up the trunk, pulled off my hood. It was dark now. We appeared to be in the middle of nowhere, but I recognized my captors immediately. The test proctors. "If you're going to keep trying to collect English words under our noses, we're going to send you to where they make the stuff," said one, flicking the needle of a syringe. The other chimed in. "You can learn all your precious definitions, but you won't do it on Sally Mae's dime." The first proctor leaned into the trunk, and the credits are non-transferable, she yelled, jabbing me in the arm with the needle. My vignette filter went 100 immediately, and as I lost consciousness, I saw the proctor flip open his mobile. Tell Betsy we're ready for extraction. When I awoke, it was in the hold of what I would learn was a massive cruise ship, the HMS Mecca-Ghislaine. The crew informed me in a rough pidgin that I had been brought aboard the night before departure, but they had been at sea for 5 days now. I was famished. They fed me caldo verde and bacalhau, and over dinner managed to communicate that they would continue to feed me, not throw me overboard, if I would work as a dishwasher for the duration of the voyage. Not seeing any alternative, and being a poor swimmer, I agreed. We were, after all, they told me with some difficulty, headed to England. I should clarify at this point that the entire crew was Portuguese. Over the next 10 months, I developed a fluency in the language. I spent many a happy off hour reading and discussing the novels of José Saramago and reciting the poetry of luminaries like Fernando Pessoa. While on duty, I would scrub pots and sing the fado songs my new friends sang from their youth. I was never permitted to go above board or see any of the passengers on this alleged cruise ship, but it was still a joyous time. Sadly, although I cherish the memories of my voyage on the Mecca-Ghislaine, I can no longer read the journal that I kept, as I have since forgotten how to speak Portuguese. I am going to leave things here for now. I think I have a pretty big ball of yarn, so please join me next time as I continue to pull it and relay the next leg of my journey from the ice-choked port of London to the soaring, snowy peaks of Oxfordshire, where I discovered a seldom visited, near-forgotten sect of monks whose arcane Abecedarian knowledge would take my quest in wholly unimagined directions. Directions which would eventually lead to this, the Abecedary. This is the first comic of the second Abecedary cycle. In this one, all of the words are anatomy words. So check out abecedarycomic.com for more. If you like this video, please share, subscribe, and flick my bell to hear when I'm coming next.